Hey guys, it's been a while. So I've been seeing a couple of people ask, what's the best value packs to get in this game for money on the Discord a couple of times. So I thought I'd do a breakdown just so everyone kind of gets a good idea, what's at different points in the game, what should you be prioritizing, what's a maybe good value pack, and what I would avoid. So that's kind of what I'm going to go through. And I'm going to kind of break it down into different price ranges. So first off, I would say the most important one is the Evoker license. So these last like a month and a half roughly. So I would say if you're in like a range of like $10 a month or every 2 months, something like that, then the Evoker license is like a really good buy because the free one will get you all of this, right? You'll get 5 Verve copies. The paid one will get you 12 more. It takes a total of 17 to get a 5-star Verve for the SSR ones. So if the Verve is really good, this is insane value, and I would say this is easily the number one priority. But not every Verve pass is good. If the battle pass is not good, what you should be doing is getting Lunarite. And the best way to get Lunarite is the unimpeded pass. So this isn't immediate. There's other packs where you'll spend more and you'll get more immediately, but this one you'll spend less, and if you stick with it for the month, log in every day and claim it, you'll get a lot more than the other ways to buy Lunarite in this game. So the reason this is important is this is essentially 2 oath rings and then a little bit more. So if you go here, you can get oath rings. So oath rings are super limited in this game. Almost everything you can get over time in this game. You can build up verves, you can get essence through events and all of the monthly and weekly stuff in the game. But oath rings are very, very sparse. So in terms of like up to 2-year anniversary, I think there's been like 6 oath rings available for people that are free to play and bought all of the um 10,000 crystal packs that are occasionally here for like anniversaries or big events. So it's very rare. They give you stats that are very hard to get outside of just buying. So it's pretty much get the battle pass if it's good, and if it's bad, get the unimpeded pass for Lunarite because that's the best value for Lunarite, and get the oath rings. So it's one or the other if you're in this price range. So the next price range I'm going to say is you've sort of gotten your oath rings or you're spending a little bit more. What's now the next important thing to get stronger? So the next important thing is Verve summons. How to get Verve summons. So obviously crystals is Verve summons. Astral cards is Verve summons. But because that's how you would convert them. But the best way is probably in terms of buying this lunar pass. So you're getting crystals, you're getting lunarite, and once you've gotten all the oath rings you get, it sort of unlocks another I guess good exchange for you, which is this daily pack pass. So each 6 lunarite you're getting 2 more summons. It's a very good pack. It used to be the old best, but then they added oath rings, and I would say it's arguably the second priority after the battle pass in the oath rings. So I'm gonna say like at the $15 a month, it'd be something like that, right? So then after that, what is the next major tier? I would say doing top up, right? So if you're just buying Lunarite at a 2 times value, you can obviously get more of these daily packs, which is good. And it also opens up, if you're spending a lot, you can start getting essence or limited time packs for summons, right? So like you want to avoid lunar cards, not lunar cards, but astral cards are pretty good. Essence is okay, it's expensive though, so I would say that's like more on the higher end budget if you're buying Essence, because it is not cheap in this game. And there's one tip I'll give for that. So in the monthly store or weekly routine pack, there's this for 1000 for 30 lunarite. So near the later parts of the game, when you have most of your verves built and you're just trying to build more teams, or you're just really going hard and you want to essence a lot of units, there's the weekly essence option. But I would maybe put one word of caution in. Every now and then there's these exchanges in the limited time where instead of getting 1000 for 30, you'll get like 1500 or 2000. So if you're maybe not as heavy a spender, right, you would want to maybe hold off for this. If you're spending a ton and planning on just getting all the essence you can obviously get both, but on the more frugal side would be to wait for these. So that's kind of the sum up of how I would say to summon, or how I would say to prioritize purchasing in this game. First, evoker license. If it's bad in terms of the verve, then unimpeded pass. So like one or the other, and you'll get very far in this game. Then if you want just a little bit more, I would say do the lunar pass, and once you've gotten enough oath rings, maybe start prioritizing verve summons. If you're even further into the spending, I would say look for some of these like limited time packs that are giving you verve summons, so astral, lunarite, or crystals, or essence. I would avoid doll summons very strongly because you're gonna get them all eventually in this game, and it doesn't really make sense to get them because you can always grind out Abyss and get your dolls strong. So unless you hate Abyss and you'd rather spend money to avoid it, I would avoid the lunar cards. And then of course essence is essence, it's very costly. I would prioritize, the 1.5 or 2 time exchanges if you're, again, more on the frugal side. If you're more on the like heavy spending all in, you can get this one, and there's of course the weekly. But you guys know your budgets more than me. I'm just kind of throwing out what I would prioritize to get stronger in the game. Of course, I'm going to mention there's outfits and there's Triss. Both of these are more of like cosmetic. This one is like unlocks a scene. You can have it as your like home screen, whatever, I think. And then this one is just outfits. It'll show them in your team and when you're fighting, but it doesn't like change the animations except for one of Lynn's ones. But I guess maybe it wasn't cost effective for them or whatever, because that's the only one that has a different animation.